Morning. So, I was woken up very early and abruptly this morning by some Lithuanians that were coming to deliver something, and now they are stranded outside. I am now going down the stairs because I'm boiling an egg at the moment. I'm boiling an egg. Yay, the water is... Okay, so then we get our spoon like this. We get our egg like so. We come over here. We get the egg. We plop the egg in gently, because on a winter's day you must fuel yourself correctly, especially if you're going to be doing some hard grafting work. It doesn't matter what kind of work this is, it just means if you're going to be burning off a lot of body fat and a lot of energy in the time, you must have yourself a healthy but substantial breakfast to bring you back up again, you see. Now, I don't know whether or not I want one boiled egg, or maybe I want two. Perhaps I should have two. Shall I? Why not? Okay. I shall have two. And now you leave these in boiling for around, I would say, around 7 to 8 minutes in order to get them hard boiled. Or if you want them soft boiled, then you would like to do about 3 to 4 minutes, please. Now we just leave them in there like so. Would you like to come with me now? The Lithuanians are still there. This is a nice fireplace. You can see outside here. Now I'm going to sit down on the psychiatrist chair and yeah, basically, what did I want to say? I've been having some blips lately, but with my condition, you know, with borderline personality disorder, there is always going to be blips, and it doesn't matter if your life is going swellingly or... Hello. It doesn't matter if your life is going okay or not with this condition. It really does take its turns for the worst at most awkward moments. And it is tiring. I don't know what else to say, but, you know, it is tiring. 1 minute you're fine, you know, the next minute you're just switching out in fucking extreme mood changes and mood switches. And the first people that are ultimately gonna, you know, take the brunt of your fucked-hearted mood is gonna be the people close to you, you know? So it's like, what do you do? and you don't mean to say the things you ultimately shout out and say. You know, you don't mean to do that. It's just you have no barrier there. You're just instant. The guard in which normal people have to, you know, sit back and think, no, I shouldn't be saying this, no, I shouldn't be doing this. That's not there. That's fractured, that's broken. They say that us borderlines are broken people. They say that we can never have successful relationships. They also call us the magnet, the people magnet, because with our, you know, vibrant, wacky sense of self, I don't know, we just become a people magnet. Everybody's attracted to us, I guess. And I've found that with a lot of borderlines, you know. A lot of famous people are borderline, you know. Marilyn fucking Monroe, Angelina Jolie. The list goes on. Big names, big faces, they all have the condition too. And it basically stems from a bit of a fucked up childhood. Yeah, 8 minutes to boil an egg. So yeah, basically stemming from a bit of a fucked up experience when you're an infant, when all you really need then is love and nurturing and comfort and a safe environment. And when you don't have that, apparently your brain malfunctions and it doesn't grow properly. There's aspects of the brain, there's bits in the brain that don't work. They don't function like a normal person's brain. So that's why there's a lot of emotional upset and outbursts and anger and rage that just come up from the surface at any given moment and just blah, you know, and overtakes you, overwhelms you. And it's not nice, it's not fun by any means, but I find that when I have my good days, I can actually feel like my heart is palpitating and I feel like I'm actually on a natural high, like ecstasy or something. You know, it's quite strange, and other people have noticed me like that, and they've been like, whoa, what drugs are you on, man? I'm like, well, actually, today, I'm not on anything, I'm just on my natural, whacked out fucking self. And they're like, shit, man, I wish that I could be like you. And it's like, no, you don't, because I would give anything, more often than not, I would give anything to switch places with somebody else. Because it is torture, it's hard work. Borderlines are high maintenance, hard work. But, you know, like Marilyn Monroe says, if you can't handle me at my worst, you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. I'm crazy, I'm a little insecure, and at times hard to handle. Yeah, I think that sums us up slightly. But, you know, it does. It hurts and it burns, borderline personality disorder. It really fucking does. But, you know, we get by and we get through, don't we? It's the same with anyone in any mental illness or condition. Because this is an illness. It is real. And, you know, there's no cure for it. There's only maintaining a balance. And actually this disorder is one of the biggest killers in the mental health department, in the mental illness category department. Although we're not taken all that seriously by psychologists and psychiatrists. In fact, we're the ones that they fear the most because they don't understand us. We hurt ourselves and we continuously fall back in this cycle. Like, you know, we're not just depression, we're not just bipolar. It's actually borderline personality disorder is a mix of everything intertwined, because you get delusional thoughts, you get paranoid, you get the really bad bouts of depression, you can't even get up in the morning, can't even wash yourself, you get the instant mania, you know, but it's not like bipolar where you have a streak of depression and then you have a high period of like mania for a couple of weeks or months. No, it's an instantaneous thing. And also I find like sometimes, you know, I've got also characteristics of, you know, multiple personality disorder and stuff, maybe, what other people have said. So, and I guess that's why I take my acting so seriously, and it really is a creative vessel and an outlet for me, to be able to perform and, you know, put on a persona and really take that character and that persona and feel empathy for that person, and actually take them into my heart and soul. And it's usually like I prefer to play characters that have some sort of meaning, some substantial meaning to me, that I can find some, you know, clarity or resonance with that character, that I can, you know, it just helps you to be able to appreciate them and their story and where they're going, and be able to fulfill them in the best of your ability, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much me, and that's what I find, that's my cure for this disorder, is performing and getting creative, you know, just creating and working with a team is best for me. When I'm left to my sole alone devices, things start to fuck up. Things get a little bit pear-shaped, and I start to do crazy, impulsive things that are not very good for me or my well-being. Cutting myself, getting fucked up on drugs. Shit, how long have my eggs been? Maybe 8 minutes now. Oh, the Lithuanians have gone. So, yeah, basically, I don't know, it's, it is a fucked up concept, isn't it? And, you know, people will judge. People can judge all they like, you know. It's a very misunderstood illness. There's not a lot in the DSM about it, to be honest. There's not a lot about it anyway, you know. You should really listen to somebody with the fucking disorder and sit there. Yeah, fair enough, sit there and read some stuff online, but a lot of the stuff that you read online is just, it's questionable. And they make us sound really deviant and like manipulative, and they make us sound like sociopaths almost, which is bullshit, because we're not, you know. Being with a BPD person, I don't know, at times it's very fucking difficult to handle, and you may want to punch us and scream in our faces and say, sort yourself out, what the hell is wrong with you? But I don't know, when we're in a good mood, we light up the fucking place, but when we're in a bad mood, you sure as hell gonna know that there's fucking thunder and rain, 'cause trust me, when I'm in a good mood, everybody feels it. Everybody's glowing, you know. When I walk into a room and I'm in a shit mood, everybody's like, oh my god, we're walking on eggshells. Look the other way. There's tension rising here. And there really fucking is. Right, I'm gonna go and get back to my eggs, because I think they might be totally hard boiled now. So yeah. Peace and love, and stay strong.